Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. You know what today is?
It's today, John.
I thought you'd never ask. It's Monday. No, it's not. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
See, I wasn't prepared because I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, the 15th of January. Can you believe we're halfway through the month already?
Not at all.
It's National Booch Day. I don't know what that is.
Booch Day?
National Hat Day and National Strawberry Ice Cream Day.
Okay.
What in the world is National Booch Day?
I don't know, but I like strawberry ice cream.
We do have, coming up later in the program, Tuesdays with Charlie. That's something we enjoy doing. We reach out to her dad and we talk to him. Do that once a month. And I'm looking right now to see what in the world National Booch Day is. January 15th. Got that part. Delicious way to celebrate with kombucha fans.
I don't even know what that is.
Booch Day.
That did not clear anything up for me.
Kombucha or booch, a lightly effervescent fermented beverage with a bold, invigorating taste, with flavor options from sweet to tart. So kombucha. It's National Booch Day. There we go.
There you go.
I still don't know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We need to get out more often.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for studies and surveys and such, or something like that. A study by the Northwestern Mutual Group found that 1 in 5 millennials with debt, I pronounced the B in debt, with debt. Debit. Why do we call them debit cards, but it's spelled the same way? Either way, they expect to die without ever paying off their debt. So 1 in 5, 20% of millennials expect to die owing somebody money. That's not good. Set your sights higher than that. So 1 in 5 say, I'm going to owe somebody something when I die. Don't do that. I think you should set your sights higher, millennials. That would be a good thing. This is surveys and studies and such right here on the John and Heidi Show.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
And this is your brain on drugs. According to Casper, Wyoming police, a blow-up Frosty man survived an attack by an intoxicated woman. 2 officers responded to a disturbance at 2:47 a.m. A woman came to a man's apartment in the building and barged inside. The man said he heard banging on the door. He opened it, and Alexis Susan Burns pushed her way inside, unwelcome and unknown by him. He asked her who she was and what was wrong. She told him to sit. Well, I'm going to just say sit down. She said a little more than that. Before he picked her up and pushed her outside, he locked the door, called the police, described to them that she was a younger woman wearing a black shirt and no coat. She walked down the stairway, and then a man was there. He heard her screaming outside, and he said it got really weird. Upon arrival, the officers described this female was wrestling a blow-up snowman and some other decorations. She was taken into custody for public intoxication and malicious mischief. So there you go. It's all fun and games till you get drunk and wrestle a snowman. I mean, that's not fun. That is, though, what happened.
I bet wrestling a snowman would be fun.
Sure. That's what happens.
Don't pretend like it's not fun. But she was clearly struggling with something else.
Yeah, that's
but
what's going on.
I mean, even sober, wrestling a snowman would be fun.
That
one of those inflatable snowmen, or even one of those arm flailing inflatable tube men.
I think we got a viral video in the making here. Thanks for listening to what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Actress Rose McGowan has struck a plea deal with Virginia prosecutors after being arrested for her cocaine possession. Did you read about this?
She's an idiot.
What happened there?
She's just an idiot all the way around.
Well,
so
there you go.
good.
Heidi has spoken. I don't know who that is or what she did. I have no idea how you're so passionate about it. We'll move on. Band of Brothers actor Neil McDonough. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. He refused to kiss an actress on screen out of respect for his wife and for his religion.
Oh.
It even cost him close to $1 million role on a show Scoundrel, but he said he's okay with that. He's like, you know what? There's
Money
other
isn't
roles.
Everything. That's nice.
I've
Good
got
for
other
him.
things out there that are more important to me than that, like my
That
wife
is a
and my
good
religion.
man
That is.
right
What
there.
a good man right there. This has been Big Screen, a Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now, your scoop of the day brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Bud Light is going to start posting large nutrition labels on their beer cans starting next month. Well,
Does anybody who buys beer think,
wait a minute,
I'm drinking healthy?
This ain't
and then
health
they
food?
read their bottle. What?
I didn't know that.
No way.
I
so
thought this was health
stupid.
food.
What a waste of effort.
When we were in Punta Cana for 80s in the Sand last November, I noticed at the airport they were selling cigarettes. And I even took a photo because they had I don't think it said Surgeon General warning, but it was that, health warning. The label was like the entire side of the carton. I've never seen it like
there
that
again,
before.
everybody already
People know that, yeah. A New York City couple is being accused of using a spy cam to watch their nanny in the shower. That's just dumb.
that's
Don't do
pretty
that. It's a
creepy.
bad idea. I bet it should say their former nanny because, I bet she's probably not their nanny anymore.
I would sure hope she quit.
Pretty sure. And in Paris, we're going to take a moment to talk about this. Their first all-nude restaurant has closed due to a lack of customers. This is where you were supposed to go there as a customer and be served in the buff.
Okay.
Here's my
Not only
thing.
served in the buff, but like you were supposed to go up and pick your food off of a naked human that was laying on ice.
Really?
There was a man or a woman
Naked.
laying on a buffet table, basically covered in food, and
No.
you go up and you pick your food off of them and you take it to your table.
Who wants this? Who's
Right?
looking for this in a
It's
dining experience?
Disgusting.
And here's my question. Where would you keep your wallet? I'm just, they got to get paid for this meal, right?
I would never
must be one of those
never do this.
This must be one of those pay when you make the reservations
Yeah.
kind of things, I'm assuming. Pretty sure. That's in Paris. They're closing due to lack of customers.
Yeah,
There
wonder
you go.
why.
Shocker. Twitter users are accusing Piers Morgan of faking his stay at a British hospital after he posted a selfie that showed him lying down in a gown last Friday. So here's the thing I've noticed
What would
about
be the
Twitter.
point of
I don't
him
know.
faking that?
Here's the thing I just want to say about Twitter. I have not seen hardly anything positive posted on Twitter. No matter what you see on there, click in the... I've discovered I'm a Twitter troll, Heidi. I don't
not
post
on Twitter.
anything, but I love to click on something and then just read the comments, and people are nasty to each other.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
not
troll
on there.
through there, and there's times...
I shouldn't say that. I have an account. I never go there.
Well, the only reason I'm on there is because I'll reach out to some of the celebrities that we talk to through Twitter, and I'll line up our interviews for Movie Star Monday. So that's what I do on there. That's why I'm even on there. But when I go on there to do that, to see if anybody responded to me, I'll get hooked on some story. I'll read this little thing, and then I'll click on it, and there's 7,000 comments, and they're all negative. I'm like, what in the world? Where's all this hatred coming from? So I don't comment. And we got one last story here. Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, they've agreed to pay as much as $800 million in penalties, Heidi. That's a pretty big chunk of change for lawsuits over false emission readings on diesel vehicles. The Justice Department filed suit against the automaker in 2017 over the EPA's findings that they had used illegal engine control software that turned off pollution controls under certain driving conditions. The software enabled the vehicles to pass an emissions test, but also allowed them to release higher levels of pollutants in normal driving, according to the EPA anyway. Fiat Chrysler is also paying $19 million to settle a suit brought by the state of California for non-compliant vehicles. So that's $800 million up here and $19 million down there. My math is not that great, but I think that's $819 million. That's a lot of money. They're going to have to sell a couple more Fiats and Chryslers to, cover the cost. This is today's Scoop of the Day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says I love you better than awesome, matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another. And wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show. How
you doing, Charlie?
You get my picture?
Did I what?
Yeah, I got the picture you sent. I didn't show it to John. I'll have to show him. That was all decked out in the Bears stuff we got him for Christmas.
Oh, so yeah.
those two were not meant to be worn together, by the way.
So,
kind of clashing patterns there.
Oh, well.
keep it classy. What kind of cool stuff we can learn about today, Charlie?
Well, you guys watch a lot of movies, right?
Oh, we do. We probably too many movies.
Okay, if you're watching movies like in a grocery store or something,
Yeah?
did you know they have their own style of grocery bags?
Do they really?
Yeah, they're silent for better sound recording.
Huh.
So next time you watch the movie, when they're rustling the sack, just listen and there's no sound.
It's a soundless grocery bag.
There you go. They're just for movies.
Well, I can imagine they probably cost a lot more, and most people at the grocery store could care less whether they make a little rustling noise.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it. Don't make no difference to me.
It doesn't make any difference to me either.
And then, well, part of this is true, but the rest of it I don't know about. People with high IQs tend to appreciate dark humor more.
Oh, I think that's probably the case.
I love dark humor. I must be brilliant.
Yeah. Heidi does like dark humor, and so do I. So that means we must be very smart, Charlie.
Well, that's not what I'd call you, but we'll stick with that.
I'm smarter than you, though, because you chastise me all the time for my sense of humor. So I'm clearly way smarter than you are.
I'm smart enough to agree. Yes.
There you go. Hey, then this must have something to do with that. The Big Bang Theory, aren't they scientists?
Oh, there are scientists that believe. Yeah, that's the scientist. Yep.
Okay, they have figured out a way to unboil an egg.
To unboil an egg?
Why would anybody need to know this?
Well,
That's so stupid.
That's why you listen to me.
So what would the purpose of that be? Like you boil an egg and you say, oh, doggone it, I wanted to have that over easy. Now, hang on a second. We have a way to fix this.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
that sounds like
stupid.
something they do on TV.
Well, good luck to you unboiling all those eggs. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is, but good luck to you.
Hey, then, did you know almost 1 in 4 people with tattoos regret? They regret.
I know what you mean. Regret?
Yes, they regret doing it.
And Charlie's regretting making this call.
I'm sorry I even brought it up.
I don't regret my tattoos.
Do you have any tattoos that you regret, Charlie?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
I've only got 2 and I don't regret them.
I can tell you this. I know people who do have tattoos they regret. So you have to think that through before you do that kind of thing. Think it through. Don't do that like in the spur of the moment. My brother has one that he regrets. He doesn't even remember getting it.
Then that would be one you would regret.
Yes. Don't do that.
On where it's at.
It's on his chest. It says, this side up.
This end up.
Or this end up.
Yeah,
whatever.
He got drunk and his friends talked him into getting
It's a bad idea.
tattoo.
Don't do that. Don't do that to your friends either.
I got one last thing here for you.
All right, what do you got?
The urine of a diabetic contains so much sugar that it can be purified and made into a high-end single malt whiskey.
Really?
Gross.
Well, there are probably somebody out there right now thinking about doing that kind of thing.
Make my own whiskey. I got the ingredients right here.
Yeah, carry it with me everywhere I go.
Gross.
I would not drink that whiskey, just
It'd
for
be
the
easier
record.
to sneak booze into a venue.
What you doing over there? Making some whiskey. You mind your own business. Well, you ready for a question from us, Charlie?
I could probably answer it.
You probably could. Now, did you ever watch the TV show Star Trek?
No.
You didn't watch that?
No.
Well,
Have you ever seen it?
have you ever heard of the show?
Yes, I have, and I think it's stupid.
Okay, well, you've never watched it, so I don't know how you formalize that opinion. But there's a character on there named Spock. You remember who that was? Spock, Leonard Nimoy?
Yep.
What color was Spock's blood on Star Trek? Do you know?
Orange.
No, it was green.
Close.
You were close. You named a
How
color.
would I know?
I don't know. I just thought I would ask. We gave you a chance there. And you had a fighting chance, and you almost got it.
Oh, funny.
Oh, that's close.
Because, orange and green are almost twins.
Oh, well.
Well, better luck next week, right?
We'll try again next week.
All right. Charlie, thank you for taking the time to chat. Always fun.
Okay.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It says here the Speedwell was the name of a ship that was supposed to accompany the Mayflower on the historic journey in 1620. It was left behind in Plymouth, England, because it started taking on water. Can you imagine that?
Really?
If you were on the Speedwell, you're like, but I wanted to go too. Oh, that's all right. We'll come back
That
for
doesn't
you
even
later.
make sense. The Pinta, the Nina, the Santa Maria,
What are you
and
talking
the
about?
Speedwell.
No, this is the
Did you
Nina.
say Columbus?
No, I said the Mayflower.
Oh, I thought you said Columbus.
No.
Okay, that's
Hey,
different.
fun fact for you, Heidi. Different century.
I thought you said Columbus. I
No,
wasn't
that's
really
okay.
listening.
Hey, that's all right. Nobody else does either.
I was going to say, those names don't match up at all. But that also doesn't match the Mayflower.
The Mayflower and the Speedwell. There you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day and what says I love you better than awesome, matching fun t-shirts. Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another and wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Time now for Fear This, fun with phobias. And our phobia today is vestophobia. Vestiphobia. Vestophobia. What do you think that could be? Vestophobia. What could you be afraid of, Heidi? Fear of?
Tight spaces?
No. Fear of clothing. Vestophobia, like a
Okay.
vest. So vestophobia, fear of clothing. Hey, you might want to go to that restaurant over in Paris before they close.
Yeah.
It's all naked. It's kind of weird. Didn't
That
work out.
sounds
too
like
hot.
your place.
Yeah, probably not. This is today's Fun with Phobias.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. You ready to find out what today's weird gift is, Heidi?
Yes.
All right. Today's weird gift is a prank pack. It's got a coffee and a coffee pot in your shower head, but it's actually not for real. It's just a box that you can put a different gift in. So when people get it, they think it's that.
Okay.
I think those are silly.
I do like those boxes. I have actually
fun.
purchased some of those before.
I think they're funny, though.
Yeah.
Our weird news, again, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Many of us have had to deal with a coworker eating our food at work, but what about a burglar doing it? This happened. Boynton Beach police arrested a 29-year-old last Wednesday for doing just that. Broke into a substation and stole 2 pre-made meals that belonged to an officer there, took them out of the refrigerator, warmed one up and ate it. Upon finding the scene the next day, detectives discovered she left her ID behind. They also said that she was caught on surveillance. She had since been charged with burglary, theft, and criminal mischief.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't steal people's food out of the fridge. That's just not nice. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, your moment of duh, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. A driver in Manitoba, Canada, tried to get his speeding ticket excused because it's not my fault, Motley Crue's fault. I was listening to Kickstart My Heart when I was driving, and I just couldn't help it. So that song came out back in 1989, and I got to admit, there have been at least one or two times when I was driving listening to songs like that where I was maybe going a little too fast. He was driving 90 miles per hour, got a fine of $639. That's not good. So it says here he was listening to the song at the time, but the officer said he was listening to the same song. They were both tuned to the same radio station. So while the one was going that fast, the other was speeding up to catch him. They were both listening to that.
I could see that. That's a
soundtrack.
great song.
It's a good speeding song. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. It's just
I
a
could see
good
that
song all the
happening.
way around.
Well, I don't know. I just think it's a very
It's a good
funny
one.
story that the officer happened to be listening to that, too. This is today's Moment of Duh, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Time now for your dad joke of the day. Thank you, by the way, for the people who submitted these. I've got a place on our website where you can submit them at johnandheidishow.com. Here's dad joke for today. Albert Einstein was a genius, but his brother Frank was a monster. Frank Einstein.
Frank Einstein. I see.
Oh, boy. These dad jokes are awful. But that's still one of my favorites. Thanks for listening. By the way, thanks for sending it. And thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of The John and Heidi Show is brought to you by The John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying The John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. This is such a cool story, and there's a video. If you go to the website, I've got a link to it. A veteran gets to meet and reward some Detroit teen girls who returned his wallet with cash in it. So this is such a cool story. Says here in West Detroit, there's a disabled veteran who thought he was never going to see his money or his credit cards or his ID ever again. Mark Walsh thought that it was gone forever. Then he got the news that two girls returned his wallet to a nearby store when they found it in the snow. And they told a local news channel, he said, I would really like to reward them. So the local Fox affiliate there found the 14-year-old girls and arranged for a meeting, and there's a video that they put on the television there, and it was a really cool story. It says, kind of restored his faith in humanity. These girls, he gave them a couple $100. That's what was in the wallet. They could have just kept it and chucked that wallet. Thank goodness they didn't. All of his stuff was in there. They saw the military ID card, and they thought of their grandfather, a veteran, and said, I really hope somebody would be respectful and do the same thing if they found his wallet. Now, they say, people are saying thank you for turning it in and everything. It's great. That's the young girl that said that. I feel really happy and grateful that I could help somebody because I know other people would have kept that money, the sister said. So it's a cool story, and I've got a link to the story and the video and everything in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.